In this video, we're going to look at some of the processing tools that can be applied to your audio in Edison. The tools that we will cover in the next two videos can be found from the tool icon menu and are broken into tool categories. So in this video, we'll look at some of the tools found in the amp and time sections. The amp tool can be used to control the stereo width as well as the volume for each of the stereo channels. Selecting the tool from the menu will open the amp dialog window. After making any changes, you can use the preview button to audition the changes. The separation parameter will control the width of the stereo field. Turning the knob towards the left will increase the separation and width. Moving the knob towards the right will merge the channels into a mono source. The pan control is a standard pan. Moving this control to the left will pan the audio to the left. While panning towards the right will pan towards the right. The LR parameter controls the volume of the audio. Dead center will result in minus affinity, so no audio will be heard. Moving the knob either towards the left or right will increase the volume. The individual L and R controls will allow you to independently adjust the level of the left and right channels. After you have made your adjustments and are happy with them, you can click Accept to apply the changes to the audio file, or you can simply close the dialog and exit the tool without applying any changes. The next tool is the Normalize tool. This tool will scale the entire file so that the loudest peak is set to the loudest possible value in a single-click operation. If after normalization it doesn't look like the peaks hit the top or bottom of the window, it is possible that you are zoomed out too far and the peaks are not visualized. A quicker way is to use the key command Ctrl-N. That applies normalization without having to go into the menu each time. Another way to use normalization is to apply it to individual sections of the file. For example, if I have markers and regions placed around my transients, I can select each transient and normalize it so that each transient has a similar volume level. Of course, this is an extreme example, and you most likely won't need to normalize each beat or transient. The fade in and fade out tools will apply fades to the start and or end of either the selected audio or the entire audio file if no selection is made. You can also manually design fades using envelopes, which we'll cover in a later video. Moving along to some of the tools found in the time section, we have the reverse tool, which, as you might expect, reverses the selected audio or the entire file if no selection is made. You can create some interesting effects by reversing regions of your file as well. We also have a time-stretching pitch shift tool that will allow you to adjust the length of the file or selection, as well as adjusting the pitch. Selecting Time Stretcher Pitch Shifter from the Tools menu will present you with a dialog where you can make adjustments to either pitch and or time and audition these changes before you commit to them. The pitch course parameter adjusts the pitch in semitones. The fine parameter will allow you to adjust the pitch in smaller sense steps. The pitch multiplier allows you to adjust the pitch by multiplying it to the percentage value set here. The time multiplier will adjust the length of the audio or selection by multiplying it to the percentage value set here. You can also enter the desired length of the file or selection in milliseconds. The method menu allows you to select from the various pitch shifting, time stretching algorithms. Try to addition them all to find one that offers the best results for your audio. When applying changes to pitch and/or time, you may also affect the formant characters of the sound. Use the formant preservation controls to balance the effect of these changes. The factor course parameter applies changes to the formant characteristics in steps of semitones. Moving the control to the right will produce a lower, deeper formant character, while moving the control towards the left will produce a higher formant character. The fine control allows you to tweak the formant in steps of sense. And the multiplier parameter will multiply the formant by a percentage value set here. Another option is to match the formant to the current pitch by clicking on the Copy from Pitch button. Like most tool dialog boxes, you can click Accept to apply the changes, or you can simply close the window to exit without applying any changes. The final tool that we'll look at in this video is the claw machine. This tool works by dividing the audio into blocks based on the block size set in the period menu. Once the blocks are extracted, Claw will then trash or remove portions of that block. The trash value will determine how much of the block is trashed. Example, if set to 1/4, then 1 of every 4 beats will be trashed. Likewise, if set to 2/4, then 2 of every 4 beats will be trashed. You can see how you can use Claw to create some interesting new beats from pre-recorded loops. Use the compensation stretching to readjust the length of the file, as portions of it have been removed and the new length is shorter. So in this video, we took a look at a few of the amp and time-based tools found in Edison. In the next video, we'll continue our look at the tools with the noise gate and region tools.